Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal Bang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral Dadia. We have with us Ria Singh, technical analyst, currencies joining in. Ria, welcome to the show. My first question coming to you is with what's happening on the euro. Clearly, it's the fifth consecutive session where we are seeing that struggle that the euro has been facing. Number one, what's the reason? And do you think this is something which is expected to continue?
Um, Hiral, if you look at the whole euro, it has been under pressure since there was a political turmoil that has happened in the Italy with respect to the government and so forth. So I think all eyes, it definitely played into the negativity and the bearish trend in the past 5 days. But I think what the market is eyeing right now with respect to the ECB rates and its first monetary policy for the year, which will be, the decision of which will come tomorrow. But obviously, it will commence today. So I think the guideline from the ECB and with respect to the rate decision will definitely play a vital role into the euro for the coming days. But taking into consideration the whole health of the eurozone and the lockdown measures and so forth, the economic numbers that have come forward, it is very much less likely that there will be any change into the policy from the ECB side. I think they'll continue with the rates that they have put on for the month uh, in the coming first monetary policy also. So I think obviously the guidelines will definitely help into understanding what is the future perspective and what kind of recovery ECB is looking forward to with respect to the whole eurozone and so forth. And plus there will also be a decision that will come forth with respect to the turmoil that is happening into the Italy as to what will be the further majority and so forth responsible for the new elect of the prime minister. So obviously that will be again something that all the market will be eyeing for the euro in the coming zone. So I think euro will remain under pressure. There can be a slight uptick due to the pressure that is currently commencing on the dollar. But going forward, I think unless the statements and from the ECB is released, it will remain sidelines. But yes, tomorrow's session will definitely be on what the rate decision is reached with respect to the coming first monetary policy from the ECB side.
Right. And with this, if you see what's happening with the dollar, the stance that Joe Biden has taken on the US China, the fiscal stimulus that has been announced, and Janet Yellen's comments, these have been factors that's driving the dollar as well right now. Do you think that strength is expected to continue on the dollar index?
I think for the coming days, dollar index will not have much strength. It will continue with the bearish sentiment because the whole fiscal stimulus measure is right now already factored in. So as it was released, on last Thursday, we have seen pressure building on the dollar index. From thereafter, and after testing the 99.90 levels, it has again retracted to 99.50. So I think the fiscal stimulus package news is already factored into the dollar index. As far as the Joe Biden's stance with respect to the U.S. economy, U.S. China trade deal is concerned, I think with the statement that he has released and the comments that he has put on the subject and on the whole issue, I think there will be a less change into the whole relationship. I don't think so there will be any relaxation that will be provided from the US on the tariffs with respect to the on the China. They'll continue with the 25% tariffs that they have levied on. And he has said that further stand will only be taken after he has reviewed the whole first trade deal agreement and so forth. So relief on that part will be delayed and is on the page, but there cannot be much we can take away from the whole US-China trade deal that there can be some relaxation on the whole trade deal and in the relationship between the two major economies. And I think the other news that will really factor in into the dollar right now will be how President Donald Trump will conduct his last day into the office with the slew of the pardons that he will issue and so forth. And even the US President-elect Biden will be taking its oath on the Wednesday. uh, so these two factors is again something that the whole market will carry on. I think even the political tension that is there, the violence that has taken place into the Washington and so forth is again, which is dulling the sentiment for the dollar index and the greenback altogether. The statement from the new US Treasury Secretary will something that will be looked forward to with respect to the whole stance that she will take uh, towards the dollar depreciation and so forth. But nothing is supporting the dollar towards the bullish side right now. So considering all the factors that we have just discussed, I don't think so there will be much green uptick that can happen into the dollar or the greenback, and bearish sentiment and negativity will weigh on the dollar in the coming days.
Right. So overall, then, what would be the impact on the Indian rupee according to you?
See, Indian rupee is currently in a very haywire and a zigzag momentum. It is in a very narrow consolidation range for the week itself. I think what is factoring in is the trade deficit that has happened. The whole trade, the widening of the trade deficit is definitely putting on a pressure. But if you look at the comments from the RBI Governor Das also, he has said that the emerging markets will need to build more forex reserve. So if you look at the data that has come forward for the previous for the ending December 31 itself, forex reserves are continuously have been building on. So there is a direct line that obviously there is a dollar demand that is coming forward from the central bank. And if it continues, and looking at the statement that he has said with respect to building on the foreign reserve, even though there is the risk that US Treasury Department will again take rupee into the watch list with respect to the whole manipulation and so forth. And even that he's going forward with this statement means that there will be a demand of the dollar, at least on the domestic level, from the central bank, and there will be a constant interference into the whole momentum of the rupee. So the depreciation will only last maximum till 73, 70 to 28, because even if you look at the depreciation that has happened into the dollar index, there's not much effect that has come into the rupee itself, and it has continued to support the 73 levels even when the dollar index breached the 90 levels and so forth. So I think RBI has continued to maintain the rupee near the 73, 70 to 80 range, and that is the maximum depreciation that one can see forward into the rupee on the shorter term.
Right. So with this, what are the strategies that you would want to recommend?
I think the strategy that one can go forward to is into the coming days for the dollar, for the rupee is buying on the dips. You can anywhere buy rupee near 73.12, 73.08 for a target of 73.35, 74, 73.45. So buy on dips for the rupee around 73.12, 73.08 for a target of 73.35, 73.45. Keep a strict SL of 70 to 90 for the rupee. In order for an option trade, you can definitely buy into the 73.25 for the monthly expiry into the rupee. The next strategy that one can go forward to is obviously going long into the euro. I think there will be not much into the ECB guidelines, but but it has definitely pushed up the sentiment into the euro for the coming days. And with the weakening dollar, it can further lift up the euro, and euro INR can retrace back its fall. So you can buy euro above 73.73, sorry, 88.73. As long as it is supporting that level, buy into the euro for a target of 88.92, 89.10 levels. Keep a strict SL of around 88.60 for the euro. So go long into the euro INR above 88.73 for a target of 88.92, 89 levels. Keep a strict SL of 88.60. So these two strategies, these two strategies one can look forward to into the currency, at least on an intraday session.
Right. Thank you, Ria. In fact, I think there's a question coming along. Would you recommend pound rupee sell at 99.45?
99.45. I think it is right now at around 99.72. Wait for, I think there can be, if it opens again on a positive uh, around, see, 99.90 is somewhere the resistance for the pound INR. For going short around 99.45, I think you should wait. You can go short at a higher level, because if you look at the whole trading behavior of the pound INR for the past month and the current month, 100 level, 115 is somewhat the resistance band that has been formed for the pound INR. So sell on the higher levels rather than going on a lower level for a pound.
Right. I hope your question has been answered as well. And there's another query coming in. Sanket has bought USD INR at 73.35. Can we carry it forward for tomorrow?
You can you can carry the rupee, maintain a strict SL of 73.10. If you have bought on that level 73.35, maintain a strict SL of 73.10 for the rupee.
Right. I hope that query is answered as well. Thank you, participants, for joining in. Thank you, Ria, as well. And we will see you back on Thursday at the same time. Thank you.